Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and this little Polyscias tree that you can see right here that in a previous video I have repotted into its first training pot. So already some work has been done on this, so mainly root work and repotting. I have not yet touched the foliage in any way, and in today's video I actually want to continue working on it a little bit and especially look into pruning the tree and making it more bonsai-like. Maybe let's start a bit first with the overall look of the tree as it is looking right now. You can see a very prominent wound here that I have chosen to feature quite prominently here in what I consider the front of the tree. I do really like the way it looks. It gives it a very old look, the entire tree basically. We have side branches here and then a major trunk still basically moving its line all the way up here. And I think if we take a look around, you can really see these two different sectors of the tree. So we have this main trunk here and then here two side branches. But what I want to try to do today is actually make this more prominent. So really maybe clearing out some of the parts here that you can see that are still clogging these two different sectors and trying to create a side pad here, I would say, and also maybe reduce the main trunk line and the main foliage here a little bit as well. So I would say, let me grab my scissors and let's start right away with pruning back this tree a little bit. So as I said, especially here in the front, I want to clear a little path in between those two side branches and the main trunk here. So first thing I would do is actually take out this growth points here. Then we have a little leaf in the back here that we will take out. We will probably also need to actually take out part of this growth here, but I might simply try to take a leaf out here and see if we can already open it up like this, so I don't have to take out too much foliage also overall. What I can see definitely is that this two lower branches here will get in the way in the future, and I think by clearing out these anyway we prolong the trunk line here, which also would above the wound look quite nicely here. So I'm as well going in here, taking out this growth and also the one in the back. And we've already opened up the space quite a lot. However, I think if we turn it around, I'm still not fully happy with this one here moving to the other side. So we also take out here simply this one leaf. And I might try to see if we can get some branching out here by simply taking out the tip in this stem here. So simply reducing the height also a little bit, seeing how this will affect the tree in the future and the shape of the tree in the future. So if we then look a bit more into this pad, I will call it a pad here. The growth pattern of Polyscias is of course a bit unusual for bonsai, I would say, because you have this very long upwards moving stems that of course make the tree always look more taller than it actually is. So this is something we need to keep in mind when we continue to prune now. How can we maybe work a bit against that? However, this will definitely not be an easy task because it simply is the nature of the tree, the way it grows. So we will, even if you would wire it out, you have all these long bare stems then, which also would make it look definitely not as nice as it is looking right now. So I think we will stick to pruning and seeing how we can improve the shape through this. However, I don't think I want to take out too much of this side branch. I'm debating right now if I actually should take this back further, but as I'm not sure how this tree reacts to back budding, I don't want to risk it on such a prominent stem like this one here which only has then this one leaf pair, if I take this back and it doesn't grow back, it would definitely limit our options on this stem in the future. So I think I would leave it for that at the side branch and continue a bit on this main trunk here still, where I can see here we have a rogue growth that we can take out. That was still moving over to the other side. Here is a leaf that has died back a little bit, so we can also take that simply out. And also when looking here at the height, I do see that it is going a bit too tall in my opinion, so I would also limit again the height here, or simply take it back to 2 leaf pairs, taking out some of the height. Also looking at it from the back, where it definitely here is starting to fill in nicely with smaller growth showing up, which I do like to see. Here's some leaf also that has died back. We also see here on the side branch some smaller leaves starting to form. I will leave them definitely on at this time because I do find it interesting to just observe the growth pattern on this tree and see how it maybe can also fill in then some lower parts here and make it simply again look more bushy and more bonsai-like by having not only these tall shoots coming out but also maybe some smaller ones forming around here that in the future could fill in some of these spots quite nicely. Taking one more look around, but I'm not so sure actually if we will do too much here. This one again is still a bit in the way, I must say, so I will take this out. But other than that, I think we have opened this section here quite nicely. We have created like 2 separate pads. I will let this side here, what I consider the main trunk, grow a bit taller again and hope that it will branch out on some of the cutting points that we had. This one here will try to limit to basically this height, to have really a lower pad here and then a bushier higher pad here in the future. But for now, I wouldn't go too far any longer. I don't want to do anything too risky at the moment. Nah, actually I might take this back because here I do see a good option to reduce some of the height here by cutting it back again to a lower leaf, which already would again limit this already to a lower height here, especially looking here at the front pad. The back pad here is still, as we only have this one leaf on top, I think we will make a bold decision and take this out at a lower growth point, leaving, I can see here, a lower node on it. So we'll take it only up to this point and hope it will grow back from here. So we have simply this height difference also, because before it was really both at the same height. This doesn't give it a nice look as a tree, and I think here with like a lower pad and then the higher main trunk with the canopy gives it a more desired look again. So looking again from all different sides and angles to see if there's still something we should take care of immediately now. This one here is hanging out a bit, but for the moment this is not bothering me too much. No, I would actually say this is how we will leave the tree. I will also quickly show you how much foliage we actually have taken out. So it is quite considerable considering the size of the tree. And for now I will leave it at this. We are still in the middle of growth season, of course, so it is perfectly fitting to just leave it like this at the moment. And in the future, work on it, of course, more, see how it grows back, what we do have to do then again once it grows back, and hopefully have a nice time still here working on this tree and see how it evolves in the future. Of course, I will keep you updated on this tree. If you have any immediate questions, of course, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, and if you enjoyed this channel, of course, feel free to subscribe to it. Hopefully I will see you in the next video then. Goodbye.